What up, Jobins? How we doing? Episode 93. I got a huge special fucking guest, Jack Eglin, all the way from the United Kingdom, Liverpool, right?
No.
Where?
Bath.
Huh?
Bath.
Meltram. Okay, boom. Bam. I already fucked that up, but we're learning here today, baby.
Opposite end of the country.
Opposite end.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down south.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate you fucking being here, man. You're in the United States right now because you were helping Sean prepare for UFC 280, and you're here till the 15th.
Yep.
So you got a couple days left.
Yep.
How you been liking your trip so far?
Class, mate. Class. Training's been going real well.
Uh-huh.
That's the main bit. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. So, yeah. Class. Feeling great, man.
That's awesome. And you yourself, you got a big fight coming up November 12th.
November 12th.
Yeah, against what's this guy's name that's getting his Sam Kelly.
Yeah.
And it's funny here. We were chatting before the pod started. It was real interesting hearing you say about grappling, how you look. You feel like that's not your style because we were looking at your records and everything and watching your fights. You got great grappling, dude.
Yeah. Well, like obviously I make sure I've always stayed training with it and stay consistent with it because if you ain't, you're gonna pay for it in a fight. Do you know what I mean? So I know I have to do it. But I don't. It's not my favorite thing to do. I won't lie. Like I like striking. I like punching people. I'm not really in. Like, don't be wrong. If it presents itself, I will choke the shit out of you in a fight or break your arm for sure. I'll take it. But do you know what I mean? My forte, I would say, is striking. So
that's awesome.
I like to keep it on the feet.
I've definitely, when I was standing next to you at the MMA lab watching you strike, I was like, oh my God. But then when me and Brenden watching you, it was like almost a year ago when you were going to fight, last November when you got that win with the submission. That fight was crazy. And that submission was super sick.
Yeah. The what had rear naked choke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because when he raised his hands, he was still holding on to his body and shit. Me and Brenden were like, damn, dude, that fucking was tight.
Yeah, it was that kid was good too. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah, he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. So I was like, fuck. To be honest with you, that fight I was expecting it to be like to go a lot longer than what it did. But I know I think I broke him really before the fight.
Fuck yeah.
If I'm honest with you, just before the fight, I could sort of tell like he didn't really want it. Even at the weigh-in, you know what I mean? Like you could tell from body language, you can read someone in it, and I could sort of tell looking in his eyes. I was like, yeah.
You already had this in the bag.
I know I'm gonna like when we go in there, like he's not. I was ready to I'll go in there ready to die, so I'm ready to kill in there. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to be. There's no. You could go in there and not walk out the same person. So you got to go in there willing to kill or die. It's simple as that.
Me or you, baby.
For me, yeah, straight up, kill or be killed. It's that way. So I knew looking at him like at the weigh-ins, I was like, yeah, he's not.
You already knew
he don't want this as much as me, and he won't go to the like lengths that I will. Like I'm gonna push in there. Do you know what I mean?
And then when you land punches on him,
and then I hit him, and he like, I swear to God, I've had this even from when I was like, I have made my MMA debut when I was 16, and even at like 17 when I was fighting men, I was fighting full-grown men, like 28-year-old men, 30-year-old men at this point. I would hit them, and I'd see in their eyes like, fuck, I'm gonna shoot. Like I would know instantly as soon as I hit them, I knew straight away. I'm like, they're gonna shoot.
Really?
They're going to shoot. And within 30 seconds probably of me thinking that they would end up trying to clinch or shoot, one of the two.
What's that like being 16 years old doing that to grown men? What does that make you feel like?
16, I was in the gym doing it to grown. Like it was more training. When I was 17 was when I started fighting actual like more men, if that makes sense. Because in the UK at that time there was only a few of us coming up that were like the same age. But it wasn't like, oh, you have to fight each other because you're this age. Like, if you're a 125er, you're going to fight another 125er regardless of the age, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like, whereas now, it's a little more... Like, there's more...
Wide open.
Well, it's not even that. There's just more 17, 16-year-old kids that are fighting MMA now. Like,
because of the growth of the sport.
Yeah, like, it's just bigger now.
Yeah.
So, like, you have more of it, so it's easier to get the fights. But then, it was like, yeah, you kind of have to fight men. Like, you don't have the option, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
So, it was going in there regardless, but when you start realizing like I could crack was like then.
Really?
If that makes sense.
So let's backpedal. Let's backpedal a little bit. How old were you when you realized that you wanted to be a fighter?
13, like fair 13.
And what did you start doing? What were you? Did you start training somewhere? Or?
So I've been at the same. I started at the same gym that I'm still at now when I was 9.
Okay, which is
Dragon's
Lair. Yeah. Damn, I should have had it off the top of my head. So same place. And how old are you now?
22. I'm 23. I'm 23 this month.
So it'll be 10 years that you'll be going there. That's fucking.
Longer than that.
Oh wait.
I started at 9.
Oh, 9. You started
9
going
years
there.
old, yeah.
Wow. And what did you start doing at 9?
Kickboxing.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then and then 13 came around. You're like, this is gonna be it.
I was in. It wasn't so much like it just come about like that. I was in school, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like school just was not for me whatsoever. I fucking hated school.
Mm-hmm.
And like if it makes sense, I was like, fuck that. So my mind wasn't on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I was always training. Like I had football, sort of that fell off. And then
you were playing football as a kid.
Yeah,
so
I was playing football as a kid. Do you know what I mean? And I got to secondary school. That got like I was like, yeah, I'm not really into football no more like that. So much. Like I didn't mind it, but I was like, I'm not gonna play it like that.
And that's probably such a huge
And then I was like
influence.
going out as like a young, just going on the skate park, whatever. And then I went back into fighting, and then I realized I was like, I could see people fighting professionally. My coach, he was in the UFC, like I could see him. So I was like, oh, like what's? Do you know what I mean? You start looking into it, and I'm in the gym all the time, and I just like it was like a safe zone, if that makes sense. I had a lot going on outside of the gym, like just outside of that sort of stuff, and it was like a safe zone. I was like, I go in there, and I'm just like, do you know what I mean? You forget about anything else, you're just training, and I was like, fighting come naturally. I've always had a temper. Like even as a kid, like I would just flip out. Like I don't understand. I don't know how to.
I understand. Trust me.
Do you know what I mean? I would like I'd flip out, and I'd always
say things you don't mean.
Not even that. Like I would like just fight. Do you know what I mean? Like even with my twin sister. So like
really, you guys just be duking it out.
Do you know what I mean? Like especially even when we were like getting older. So like fighting was like just come naturally.
So natural.
Like, naturally, yeah. If that makes sense. Like I was like. And then I had my first. I was doing like kickboxing fights when I was young, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And they were fun. And then I had my first fight in a cage at 14. I fought K1. And I was like, wow.
How'd you feel?
Like my first fight went so bad.
Oh really?
So bad. I won, but it did not go to plan whatsoever, bro. What was
your plan? What were you thinking?
I just froze. I was like,
this is it. The
do you know
lights.
what I mean? Obviously I was throwing, but like. I was like, fuck, this is different. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's in a cage. Like, it was the first time I had like fought properly, like like at a proper event that wasn't like a smaller kickboxing event, if that makes sense. So I was like, fuck. And I'm like 14. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, to me, it was like, wow, like this is big. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
I can only imagine, especially
the only time I'd ever been to anything like that before was like when I was younger, watching my teammates fight. So to me, at that point, this was like the biggest thing. I was like,
oh, I'm it.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm
like,
the fucking
fuck.
shit.
So I'm like doing that, whatever, and then I was like, wow, that was amazing. Do you know what I mean? And from that point, I was like, this is me for the rest of my life. I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean? Then Conor McGregor comes about.
And just lights a fire.
So, I'm like, I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean? I want to be in the UFC. And I could see like someone in front of me has got to the UFC, so it's not like it's unachievable. One person from where I'm from got to the UFC, so I'm like. I sort of had his blueprint. He got there, so I'm like, right, let me follow suit.
Do you know what I love about the UK? This is they're one of my favorite fucking crowds.
Oh yeah.
The heart and dedication, dude. So when you were fighting at 14, was there big crowds?
Not big really? Crowds, bro, but like a couple hundred people.
Yeah, cause dude, I was watching your fights and they're so loud.
Yeah.
They rally, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not even from a young age, I would sell a decent amount of tickets from like even being 15. I mean, I remember being 15. I went walking to school and I'd sell I sold 2 teachers' tickets. My fights and that. I swear down, but I remember feeling like the kiddie. I left for like 80 quid. For 2 teachers. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? £80 at that point. I'm like, yeah, I'm rolling. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I knew I would always have a crowd because I sold decent amount of tickets from a young age, and they are loud. Like my family are, even from being like. I remember my first ever fight, like kickboxing fight. I was 9 years old. The ref stopped the fight and told my family and that to like quieten down because they were like, kill him. Do you know what I mean? They were like, listen, this is a kids of like, they're just competing against you. They're not like, do you know what I mean? It's
not real life death.
Listen, if you don't stop, we're gonna stop the fight because it's too much. My family, like, we're packed, like.
It's blood, sweat, and tears, baby. It's a full effect.
Behind our own.
And I love it.
Dude,
the passion.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're one of my favorites.
For sure.
That is so cool, dude. So, how did you meet Sean? Because I want to know how that went down.
Just coming to the lab.
Just from what brought you to the lab?
My coach, who I said about, obviously that fought in the UFC, Bradley Scott, his name is.
Bradley Scott.
Yeah, so he was on the Ultimate Fighter. Fought Rob Whittaker in the final.
Okay.
Went to like a really close fight with Rob Whittaker too, like it was war. Like, some people thought he won, some people it was debatable. Do you know what I'm saying? He fought in the UFC. He had like 8-9 fights in the UFC, I think, something like that. So like he was coming out to the lab. He started coming out to the lab for his UFC debut. And then a couple of, I think by the time he had his like second or third fight, I was probably like I just turned 17, I think, or like not long been 17. And I said to him, like, would I be able to come? He was going to the lab still. I was like, would I be able to come? He spoke to John and they said, yeah, come over. Because I'd met John, Ben, Yaddy and that at UFC London event, because Brad and Yaddy had fought on the same card. And I had never, this was the first time I met Ben. I was like, bro, I mean, never, like,
it's Benson Henderson.
Like, yeah. So, like, they knew who I was roughly, do you know what I mean? Because they had met me. And I think I had my second or third fight at that point.
Really?
Like, MMA fight. I think I was on my second. So they were like, yeah, you can come over. So I come over for like, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks the first time with him. And yeah, that's how I ended up meeting like Sean and everyone.
Wow. Isn't that crazy how the world works out like that? And
It's
really about sometimes who you meet in the direction.
Crazy.
But then it also, so when they offered for you to come out, did they take care of it for the first time?
No. Like my family, like we had to obviously pay to get over here.
Get over,
pay for the training and everything.
Which took a lot. That's a lot of dedication and heart that some people I think are afraid to take that step.
I was lucky. My parents would like, for like my birthday present or whatever, would be like, just do it as that. It can be your birthday present. We'll split it or whatever, and like we'll get you over there, sort of thing. I'm one of 6. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I got a big ass. I got a big family from a big family. So that like my brothers and sisters would help. Do you know what I mean? Like sponsors. Stuff to get me over here, if that makes sense. Like
dude.
I was lucky. I had like sponsors
the support
from
system
a young age too, like that would sort of help and throw money to chip in to get here for like flight money and stuff. So.
See, that's the beautiful thing about people like you, man. The grinders from from nothing to something, and following it with straight up passion and dedication and hard work. A lot of hard work, but you are very passionate about it.
Yeah, a lot of hard
work. Yeah. And that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see the grind.
Like they're saying, I mean, if there was no rain, you wouldn't appreciate the sun as much, right?
Technical difficulties. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, no. We forgot.
If you didn't have no rain, the sun wouldn't feel the same. If you didn't have hard fucking days of like, fuck, is this what I'd like? Is this really what I want to do? If you didn't question it and you didn't put everything, like, you know, if you're half-assing it deep down inside, you can't lie to yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you know you've put 100% into something, like, no one can ever take that away from you.
Right.
Like when you win, no one can take that away from you. When you get in there, like it's you and him. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the best way to. I've kind of gone off topic.
No, I get it, brother. I get it. No, because
I'm stoned, but I'm getting into it at the same time.
I love it. Let's keep it going, baby, because it's the hard work and dedication. Me and Brenden, I remember being excited for 25 views on our podcast. Now we're averaging 1.5 to almost 2K now. And never in our wildest dreams did we ever think that would happen.
Yeah, exactly that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, like, look at Short. Like, no one's seen, like, they are now if they look back. But beforehand, before he got to where he was at, do you know what I mean? Think of how many years he put in just to get to where he was at. People didn't see none of that. People just think he's, like, some overnight sensation. He's just come, like, in and it's gone. All of a sudden, he's blown like that.
Right.
Now, like, he had years and years and years of building up to that. Pro, like, building up your pro. You got, like, this isn't... like nothing like this comes overnight. Like to get to the success of these people behind us, you know what I mean? That doesn't come overnight, bro.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And people think it's the same for footballers. You know what I mean? Like you see Ronaldo, people think like people don't realize from like 10, 12, he's away from his family, away from all his people from like that young, just chasing football.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? People don't see all of that and they think, oh, he's earning all this money, whatever. Like they don't see the sacrifice. That no one sees that sacrifice behind. They just see like the end.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People don't see all that extra shit.
What you're doing right now. You're away from your family right now training.
I've been away from home pretty much for the last 4 months.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? I went home for 9 days and then come straight back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was here for 3 months, went home for 9 days, come straight back for another month. I've literally been away from basically 4 months. I mean,
Yeah.
all worth it. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but
Oh yeah.
still time I'm never gonna get back with my family, my friends, my people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
100%.
I'm not saying it's worth it.
Yeah.
In the long run.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's hard. I'm not gonna
It is.
Like, trust me, I'm not gonna sit here and bitch and moan. Now. I'm living like this is what I dreamed of. I'm not gonna say it's hot. Like, I'm glad I'm where I'm at. Put myself like, but it's still hard. Do you know what I mean? There's people way worse. Like, fuck me. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But like, it's still shit being away from home. And
Yeah.
whatever. So like, it's hard, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's
That's a really strong mindset.
Yeah. Like, bro, there's people in way worse situations. If I'm not gonna sit here and feel sorry for myself.
Right.
Fuck.
We got. I thank myself every day.
Living, breathing.
Yeah. We got both our
food,
hands.
Bro, I'm here in America chasing my dream. Like,
We're
this is
healthy.
shit I used to dream of when I was younger.
Right.
This is literally me being here. Is like I'm living my dream. And my childhood.
Us too.
Dream, swear down.
Huh?
I mean, so it's mad.
Us too, brother. Us too. Because we're away from our family out here,
You know what
and
I mean?
I believe the same thing. Like, it's all worth it at the end.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, you know, you got to sacrifice certain things in it to. If you really want to do something, sometimes you just got to make them sacrifices, even if you don't want to. It's just got to be done, innit?
Right. So who influenced? Did you influence yourself wanting to fight, or who was it? Connor? Was there more people? Who all influenced you to be a fighter?
It comes down to more yourself. Like, fighting's one of them sports, innit? You find out if it's for you or if it's not. Like,
right
a
away,
bad day
probably.
in fighting is a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, you have a bad day at work and you work in an office, like, yeah, alright, shit. A bad day in fighting, like, your body you get beat up.
Yeah.
Like, physically beat the fuck out of. Do you know what I mean? It's not a game. Like, you get beat up, and not only that, like, the people don't see that, like, how hard mentally fighting is on you. Like, yeah, it's a very physical sport. Like, for sure, like, it's a lot of physical, but mentally, it's one of the hardest sports on you.
Yeah.
Like, swear. Like,
And then to lose in front of people. You know what I mean? When it's all that hard work you've done.
What anyone says. If they don't say they get nervous before a fight, like, it's different in street. You don't really have time to think about it. Like, a street fight is happens like that. It's like 30 seconds and it's done.
Yeah.
So imagine this, right? So someone messages you, go, right, we're fighting in 8 weeks. I'm gonna meet you in 8 weeks. We're fighting this date right here. You have to be there. We're fighting. Like, you've got 8 weeks. I'll see you in 8 weeks. And you know they're gonna come to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine, you have that in your head every single day.
And they look scary.
Someone is training as hard as they can to fuck you up.
And then they're like, oh my God.
And once you sign it,
you have
back out, bro. Like, this is not like some next bullshit. You can't be pulling out. Like, it's not a game, bro. Like, someone is training to fuck you up. So when you get in there, if you don't put your all into it, and that, like, you're gonna get your ass kicked in front of your girlfriend, your mum, your dad, your cousin, your brother, your sister, everyone you know is gonna see you get your ass kicked. Like, it's not a game, bro. This is shit's for real. Like,
that's why, and then to have that happen and to overcome it, and then to stay.
My last fight, bro. One man I've said, brother, I lost my last fight. I got TKO'd, right?
But that was a war, dude.
Oh, for sure.
It was a war, and that guy was no slouch.
Took years off my life, no cap. I swear to God, I reckon that took years off my life.
You think so?
For sure.
Fuck.
Bro, for like, I didn't spar for like 3 months after that. But like, I remember for at least like, let me say, minimum of 2 weeks, almost probably going on 3. Certain lights, like certain things, bro, I couldn't even look at them. Like, I had to, like, my
concussion,
head, bro.
Concussion?
Yeah, for sure. Bro. He hit me with everything and the kitchen sink. And then through was probably his dog.
You gotta kill you to beat you.
Yeah,
Dude. You're
like,
one of those guys.
Yeah,
You're one of those guys. You gotta kill. I was telling Brenden, like, my God, you gotta kill this motherfucker.
You know I mean? I put like, I'm not gonna roll over. You know I put everything into this. If you take it, like, if you beat me, you're gonna earn it. You're gonna know you've been in a fight for sure.
But dude,
I'm trying to fuck like. Bro, I'm trying to like, I'm not trying to play no games, but I'm trying to get in and out. Do you know what I mean? You don't get.
So after you lost,
overtime you don't get paid for in this game. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get paid the same regardless. So I'm trying to get in and get out.
You probably weren't even like, you lost. You probably fucking picked yourself back up. You know, you took that lump.
No. I felt like at least probably 2 weeks, bro. I probably cried every day.
Really?
Straight up.
But look at you, fucking.
Nah, I'm man enough to say, bro, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
I cried for days on end. Like, obviously not. I'm not saying straight cried for days on end.
Yeah.
Like, I cried every day, bro, for a long period of time. That shit hurt. When you put your all into something, imagine you've like like, and when I say your all, I mean everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Not an ounce of. You have literally invested everything, nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens, bro. That shit hurts a lot. Even now to this day, bro, I get like. Do you know what I mean? It hurts, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a good. Like, this is my life. This isn't.
Yeah.
I'm not just like, oh, I'm just doing this because I want to be famous or I want. I'm a fighter, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
at heart,
like, it hurt, bro. It's my life. I'm not.
Yeah.
And when I say it hurt, it physically hurt. Not only physically, the
that feeling.
Like, my face looked fucked, but bro, like inside, bro, I was broken.
Really?
Like down, I've never been that low.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to get to that. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Sometimes you get to that point where it's like, fuck, the only way is up now. Like, because you can't sit and dwell on it. Like, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna have to say, like, after a while, you're like, right, stop, man, the fuck up.
This is it.
It's happened now.
It happened.
But like, I'm glad it's happened because now I'm like, I'm not scared of like. Going into my pro, I wanted to go undefeated. You want to go undefeated, do you know what I mean? You don't want to fucking lose.
Yeah.
So I've lost that owner. I haven't got that pressure on me of thinking, I was undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
I've lost now.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost probably in the worst way.
Yeah.
TKO'd. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm like, right.
Mm-hmm.
Got to that point where I'm like, right, only way is up now, bruv. I'm telling you, I ain't losing again.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, like, I'm not losing again. I'm making sure, like, straight up, I ain't losing again. It's never happening to me ever again.
If you didn't learn from a loss, that's when it's a loss.
It's not a lot. Yeah, it's not really a loss.
Yeah.
It's a lesson, isn't it? Like,
exactly.
It's the best way to put it. Like,
exactly.
You only lose if you don't get back up, basically.
And like you said, like,
if you just don't do anything after it, and you just like
sit there all the time.
Just sit there, feel sorry for yourself, and like be a bitch about it.
Yeah.
Basically, it is. No, be a bitch about it. Like, man the fuck up. Shit happens in life.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, it also made me realise, like, fighting is my life and fighting is everything, but, like, well, there's, like, people in way worse situations. Yeah. Like, you could have cancer.
Or cancer,
Shit like that. That shit's more real. Like, straight up. There you go. That's a fight. My niece had leukemia, bro. That's a fighter. I'm a fighter. Like, physically, if you're man to man, I'll have a fight. Do you know what I mean? But a fighter is someone who's getting through that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That is fighting for your life. Straight up.
100%.
For real. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you could be worse. That's the best way to put it. But when this shit is your life, like, I'm putting everything into this. So, you're gonna make sure you leave nothing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that mindset that you have, I respect it so much, man. Because to put all that work that you say in and to feel that hurt and to be able to pick yourself back up, get back to training, get back in on the focus and mindset of being the best that you're going to be. Going out there, you're going to be that champ in Cage Warriors, baby.
Sure, bro. Come on.
It takes a special, some people don't fucking have that mindset, you know what I mean? And that's what I fucking respect, big time.
You gotta, like, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't, like, and you can't see it for you, if you generally are like, you want something but you don't generally see it for yourself and you can't even picture it and you're like, you're never gonna get it.
Right?
Do you know what I mean? If you want people to believe in you, the first person that has to believe in you is your fucking self.
Yep.
Bro, if you're talking but like you don't really believe in yourself, people can tell that.
Yeah. Connor's got a good saying.
Bro, if you're just saying it to just be like, I just want to be the best, but you don't believe you're gonna be the best. You don't really actually believe I could be the best. Like, you're probably not going to.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You won't probably get to the top with that attitude. You're not like, look at the people who are the best. Look at the way they look at things. You have to be obsessed with it.
Sean.
Bro, you have to be obsessed with it. Like, straight up, if you really want to be the best in whatever you're doing, doesn't matter what it is, bricklaying, fucking this,
podcasting,
fucking whatever you're doing, you have to be obsessed with. Like, that should be your life. Like, don't get me wrong, you have obviously other things, like, it's not just your life, but that shit has to be more than 90% of the time, that other 10%, But if you really want to do something with it, like, you have to put all your energy, every ounce of everything. Yeah. You can into it. Otherwise, you might do all right in it. Yeah. You might do half decent. Yeah. You won't do great though.
Exactly.
So it depends on who you are, and some people are all right with doing great, just being all like, he's good. Like, some people are all right with that, bro. And if you are, like, fair play to you. Yeah. Like, if you're happy, cool. But I'm not that
stale. Some people like to say
stale. I'm not the sort of person that just
like
wants to be fucking like
complacent.
Yeah, I want to be. If I want to do something, I want to be great at it. I'm not trying to just do it just to be half decent at it and be known like, oh yeah, he was alright.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to just do it like that. Like, I wouldn't do fighting just for that, bro. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't, bro. It's not worth the. Especially, I realized that after my last fight too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why I had to ask myself, why am I doing this? Because, bro, I had to look at myself like that took. When I say that took years of my life, I'm not joking about.
Oh yeah, no, I believe you.
Bro, I swear to God, that probably did take years off my life, mate. Like, I was fucked up for a while, mate.
And that makes you reflect. Like, is this really worth it?
It makes you ask yourself, like, do you really want to do this? Like, are you willing for this for this to happen again? You're fighting. I'm trying to I'm trying to kick you as hard as I can in your fucking head. Do you know what I mean? As hard as I can. Like, that's just not a game you can get. It's brain damage. Every time I'm hitting you, like, you got a health bar. That's what you have in life, yeah? Yeah. Think of every fight. That shit's doing this. Oh. Do you know what I mean? It's
like in the game, in the
like,
UFC game.
This, like, when people are like, oh, the fight game.
Yeah.
Like, don't be wrong, yeah, it's kind of is a game because it's an entertainment. The entertainment side is a game. Mm-hmm. The fight is no game. That shit is not a game. I ain't playing in there. Yeah. I'm not playing with you. Like, I'm not playing with you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not.
And then you see like the leg breaks lately that we've been seeing these past couple years with older fighters.
Richie
it's
from
like
the lab. Literally 2 weekends ago, Richie.
Really?
Not even 2 weekends ago, bro. Last weekend, Richie, that same thing. Threw an inside kick. I checked it, snapped his leg, bro.
And is that because of the elevation of the game? Like, everyone's starting to just get that better?
Like, bro, it just happens, bro.
Oh. And see, that's terrifying.
That could happen. That, like, could happen throwing, just could happen.
Yeah.
Like, going in there, you can get knocked out. Yeah. People now know, going in there, you can kick someone and your leg break.
Yeah. Connor, I was going to say, Connor's got that really good saying where he's like, if you can see it and you feel it and you work hard, you can accomplish it. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the truth.
Straight. Yeah, of course. But obviously, it depends. You have to put the right work and the right, like, you have to do the right things for it to work. Like, you can't just think, oh, I'm just going to work really, really hard. But if you're not, you could be working really, really hard, but if you're not putting, like, the right work in, if that makes sense. Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You could be working the best way I could put it, fighting wise, you could be trained like one of the hardest workers in the room, but all you're doing is like fucking sparring every day and fucking like killing yourself every day. Your career is gonna be very short and you won't ever make it really good in fights. You won't perform well.
Longevity.
So you have to be smart with how you're working as well. Like in another way, like work with a purpose. Make like that shit should be with a purpose.
Oh yeah.
Like you know why you're doing it and shit like that. Not you just. I'm just going to work really, really hard and then it should work. Yeah, you have to make sure that everything you're doing is like step-by-step purpose in a way, you know what I mean? Yeah.
What's it like? Because, you know, I get to watch sometimes. I got to see you train when you were last out here with Sean. And I didn't get to see you do it this time. I didn't get to really go that many times. But when I watch Sean spar with people, he's very smart about it. He's not going out there getting beat up and taking punches that he doesn't need to, like what you're saying. Yeah. And so, what's it like? What's it like sparring with Sean?
Hard, bro.
Hard.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Very tricky. Very tricky. It's the best way to put it. But class at the same time. Yeah. Like it's good work. So what's the best way to put it? It's just good work, isn't it? That's solid work.
That's awesome. Let's get fun. Let's get fun about this. How do you see Sean and Peter Pan's fight going? Peter Yan.
Yeah. Well, I'm always gonna say Sean. You know, I'm backing my boy.
Oh yeah.
Fullest.
Oh yeah.
100%. But I can see. You know what? I don't think people. I think Peter's downfall in the fight is gonna be he's not gonna. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he knows Sean's gonna be good, but I don't think he's gonna. It's gonna be like better than what he even thinks. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like, he doesn't really respect it.
Like he does, but he doesn't. If that makes sense. Like he knows it's gonna be a hard fight. Like he's gonna train hard. Like he's not an idiot. He's gonna train hard for every fight. Do you know what I mean? But I just think Sean's really gonna surprise him. Like when you watch Sean and then you're in front of Sean, it's two different things.
Yeah.
Oh like, it's a whole other ball game.
Yeah.
Like he hit like the angles and this. I don't know. I feel like Peter's style was actually like suited to Sean.
Yeah.
Like he will take one to give one. You can't really take one of Sean's. That's the shit bit. Like Sean has that.
Yeah.
He will switch a lot. Like he has that one hit or quitter.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Or even if it's not a one hit or quitter with Peter, because he's tough. But he has got another 4 or 5 shots that he could throw and hit him with. Do you know what I mean? And he doesn't. And Suge's grappling is a lot better than what people realize.
That's what I'm saying too. I would love. We were rewatching his fights, and he almost had that Dars choke on that Chris Gutierrez, or not Gutierrez.
Green hair geezer.
Yeah, what's his name? What? Green hair kid.
Yeah, green hair
Into the round, second round, right? Yeah, and it is just seconds left, and Sean almost sinks that bitch in, but then the bell rang. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I love when Sean does some Dars, man. It's something. I just like it.
Because he's got them long limbs.
Right? Is that it? That just makes it look so
Long arms,
fucking
bro,
cool.
you can catch it.
Yeah.
I ain't got that.
Yeah. No, dude, I could tell, man, you got them fucking speeding hands, and then you got a very sharp grappling game. So we're really excited to see you take this guy on.
Man.
We're wishing you the best of luck. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir.
November 12th, bro.
Yeah.
November 12th, man.
What are your? I'm gonna do some more fun. What are your predictions for Charles and Islam? How do you think that's going down? Because there's the big debate: jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and I think the wrestling is gonna beat the jiu-jitsu.
Normally, the way I normally
do.
Look
I
at
sound
when you
dumb?
get 2 grapplers coming to a fight, right? Normally, when you get 2 grapplers, it comes down to who's a better striker.
Mm-hmm.
When you get 2 strikers, it comes down to who's a better grappler.
Yeah. So we're looking for a while.
I'm like, wow, Islam might go in there and just think, fuck his fucking jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna try and wrestle him up. But then Oliveira could catch him. Oliveira can catch anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're giving him that chance.
Mm-hmm.
So it could end up going to who's better on the feet. And if I'm honest, I think Charles has got better striking. He uses more.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense, he uses more weapons.
And he's so durable, getting dropped and
like,
coming back.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, motherfucker, here I am.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like sometimes he drops on sometimes I feel like he drops, but like he's almost wanting him to come down into his guard. Sometimes I feel like. Like if you watch the Diaz McGregor fight, sometimes it looks like, I don't know if it's true, he probably was getting dropped, but like Diaz didn't care of him falling into his guard. Like Diaz was kind of like, yeah, go on, like jump on me if that makes sense. So I don't know.
Do you know what I think? I think people kind of sleep on Islam's hands. Because I think he's got better hands than Khabib.
Maybe. I don't, but if I'm honest, I don't watch that much UFC.
Yeah. Oh, you don't?
No.
Sam, you guys make me, that is so fascinating to me when that happens. Sean's like that too.
Bro, I don't really. I watch bits.
Yeah.
I
and your buddies.
Boxing, bro, if I'm honest.
Oh, you watch more boxing?
I like boxing, man.
Yeah.
I say, bro, as soon as I retire, I ain't doing no jiu-jitsu.
You want to do boxing? So what do you think about Jake Paul? In general, what's your general opinion about Mr. Jake Paul?
I don't know, bro. He's a character, innit?
Yeah. Because
I know, man. He's a bit like.
I respect his grind.
Like.
He seems like he works hard at wanting to be good.
Obviously, it's different for me because I'm in England, right? And the shit that I see, I'm like, just cringes me out. Like that whole like Floyd Mayweather thing where he's like, I got your hat. I thought, mate, how old are you?
Sure, yeah.
Bro, you look, are you 10?
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing Mayweather done. I'm like, bro, I'd have been like, boys, fuck him up. I mean,
yeah.
how old are you? What the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know, like some of the shit he does is like, I respect it, like as in the sense of like
entertainment.
He's done his thing. He's minted. So fair play to him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, it's fake. He is fake. Like I can guarantee you, him behind closed doors, sat inside with his family or his friends, his actual friends. He ain't nothing like that. I can guarantee you it.
Probably pretty chill, dude.
It's all a persona.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so like, I don't know. My take on it is like, I'll respect him because like he's done his thing. Like, you got to, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if he's my sort of geezer. Like he's very fake. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't really fuck. I'm not trying to be with people who are just
fake.
Like they check as soon as the camera comes on, they're like, they switch. I'm not on people who are like that. I'm honest. Like Sean is Sean. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, sometimes he'll do a bit more on camera, which is part of the game. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like he'll make sure his hair's done all. Yeah, like and shit
wearing
like that.
a good silly fit.
He'll make sure he stands out on purpose, which I get. That's smart. That's marketing. I get that. But like he don't change as in who when he talks, he's him. He's not just like saying shit just to like say it. Yeah. He talks how he would talk. Like he just says how he would say it. Yeah. You have to respect that. Oh yeah. I'm saying like people who like just completely change 360. They're like go from one person to the other. Yeah. So, I mean,
It'd be
get
exhausting.
some people like it's an entertainment business. So for me, I won't change who I am at all. I will be me regardless, innit?
Yeah. No matter who's in front of you.
You either like me or you won't. That's
how I feel like I am too.
Bro, I'm a bit like Marmite. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what Marmite is. Do you know what Vegemite is?
Vegemite? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, shit's disgusting, right?
Yeah, Vegemite.
Bro, that's what Marmite is, right? Yeah. And you either like it or you don't.
Really?
It's the best way to like. So I'm like one of them people that you either like me or you don't.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I respect that.
If you don't like me,
real.
Just stay over there.
Seems like it's real instead of fake.
Well, yeah, it's just like. Fuck,
yeah. And there's no wrong. And just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean you have to be fucking fake about it. You can be real about it.
No, just give your
give your real opinion.
Don't just give them the opinion that you think they want to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good way to put it.
Just to be like, oh.
Exactly.
Bro, if someone asks me for my opinion, innit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them my opinion. If they don't like it, I'm like, you fucking ask me.
I respect that.
Do you know what I mean? You ask me, and then if I say the wrong thing, don't get in a piss.
Exactly.
You ask me. If you don't like what I say, go away, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Like the problem with entitlement. Like people, like it's okay to be entitled about things.
Don't get me wrong, if you're trying to skip an argument, just don't say anything. Just say, oh, I'm not, no.
Yeah. Which would be tough.
Do you know what I mean? But
how do you handle your emotions? Like when you're worked up as like you're a fighter, how do you? Because I deal with it. I gotta work on my emotions. When I get worked up in an argument, I just keep fucking going, and it could go very south. And then sometimes I fucking say shit I don't mean. You know what I mean? Do you ever do that? Or what? And then, how do you handle that? Are you working on that, or are you still because dude, I struggle with it. Sometimes like it's just, and I hate it.
When it comes to that sort of stuff, bro, I'm shit when it comes to that. It's weird though. When I fight, I'm cool. Like, I'm very good at being like. Cool, calm,
maybe because you know the goal.
Collect, do you know what I mean? When I fight, I can just turn on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no emotion to like. You can't be emotional going into a fight. It's like the worst thing ever. One, because it's a 15 to 25 minute fight. Bro, being emotional, you'll gas out.
Yeah.
But that emotion will shortly wear out, and then you'll be like, fuck.
I've learned that.
Fuck, bro.
Yelling.
You see it in street fights, bro. Like, I swear down, if you see two people fighting and they're just fighting off raw emotion, give it 2 minutes. If neither of them get knocked out,
they're gonna be dead.
Bro, they're gonna be gassed. Fuck. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you can't fight off emotion, bro. Like, that's probably the worst thing to do. You have to be that, like, but, like, I've got a short temper, bro. So I can't say anything.
Okay.
But when it comes to that sort of stuff, bro, I'm a
yeah. It's just stuff we gotta work on.
Just, bro,
stoicism. Sean preaches stoicism to me all the time.
But fuck. Some people just fucking idiots, man. It's the best way to deal. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah. And which is okay. Because at the end of the day, I always like, man, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that, but I'm seeing why I should.
Like sometimes you gotta know when you're right. If you're in the wrong, like, do you know what I mean? Hold your hands up.
I
fucked up.
Right.
My bad.
And it's
but sometimes, bro, I'm like, I'm a stubborn bastard, man. If I don't think I'm wrong, bro, I ain't apologizing. You fucking nuts.
Stoicism. God damn you. Fucking stoicism. Okay, boom. Back to, I want to do another projection real quick. We went down the road. Aljo TJ, how do you think that's going down? Oh, fuck. You said you don't even really watch fighting. That's why we went down that road.
I don't mind this card. Because I like that one.
Yeah, because they're, it's the champs. Yeah.
It's my weight, so I'm interested.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a hard one,
It is. I think it's tough, too, because I keep going back and forth.
I can see TJ.
That's where that's the page I'm on right now.
I think TJ, because I just think TJ mixes it up better. Like, I feel like he'd be able to deal with the wrestling.
Well, a little more experience.
But I feel like Aljo, if he gets his back, he could sub him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Dillashaw isn't exactly known for being, like, the most submission guy. Let's be serious. Like, I feel like Aljo's jiu-jitsu could catch him.
Yeah.
But
Henry gave him problems.
At the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's a hard one, man. I don't know, bro. I think that whoever turns up on the night with that one, whoever turns up on the night will, like, and just is there. Yeah, it's just going to be their night. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going TJ with it as well. And
I don't know. I won't bet on that one. It's too close. Same with the Islam and fucking Charles fight, bro. I won't even put money on them.
See, I put it on Islam.
So either way, bro. I wouldn't even want to put money on it.
My gut's telling me Islam, brother. I don't know why. I think it's because of them.
I'm going Charles because I just prefer Charles, isn't it?
Yeah. Charles is such a good, humble dude. And he should be like, I don't even know why they took that belt away from them. It was so fucking stupid. And the way he handles everything.
He's just chill, bro.
Yeah. Probably one of the most humble champs we've ever had in the UFC. But yeah.
He's from humble beginnings, bro.
Yeah. From a perfect example of someone from nothing to something. Yeah. And then you hear stories of like Francis Ngannou coming out recently where he feels like he hasn't made it, and it's like damn, because he's someone from fucking nothing to something, and then to feel like you haven't made it, that'd be tough.
Yeah, but he might be looking at like wealth as in is he set for life?
Yeah, true.
People can look from the outside, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just because people have a lot of things compared to like probably what we have right now, doesn't mean they're set. You know what I mean? True. When you have all them things, there's also a lot more of a expensive lifestyle, just in general, to uphold. True. Do you know what I mean?
And who knows that?
And you never know what the fuck's going on. Yeah. He might have put thought, let me put a load of money into something or something, and that shit went south. Yeah. That shit happens, bro. Like, I swear down, that shit can happen. People do that. Yeah.
Damn. Well, Jobin, this shit goes by really quick. Jobins, this man, all you bantamweights and fucking cage warriors, look the fuck out. This guy's taking your chin off. November 12th, fucking Sam Kelly, he's going to sleep. We can't wait to watch you fight, man. The Jobins, we got your back. Everyone watching, they got your back, blood. I always like to tell Sean, because our boy's gone right now, but we're with them. We're with them in spirit, right behind him, fucking pounding our chest. You got this. And next time, I'd love to have you on again. Next time you're out, we'll make it happen. And dude, you're a natural at this. I'm telling you, bro. Like you said you don't always want to do fighting, dude. Maybe give podcasts or something a try, because you're a good speaker. You're a very good speaker. No, maybe. You're funny. You're funny. Do you have merch?
Nah, bro.
No. You need to start getting some fucking merch out, bro.
Bro, I know I need to be better on just social media, bro.
And hey, I get at him about that all the time. It's tough.
I should post way more, bro.
Yeah, you guys are just like that. You get it. You're in your grind. You're in your zone.
It's just not like a lot of people where I'm from just aren't like. Don't get me wrong. Some people do want to be like insta famous, bro. But I'm not really on like part of my life on social media. I just like keeping my shit just to myself.
I respect that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's still shit you can do. I know it.
Sure,
I know it. All right, blood. Thanks for being on. One more time. Deuces, Jobins. Hope you enjoyed. Boom. That was fire.